Welcome to the project management video series. Picture this. You are leading a high-impact project with tight deadlines, multiple stakeholders, and a team working across different time zones. You think everything's running smoothly until a critical update fails to reach the right person. The result? Delays, misunderstandings, a frustrated team. This is the reality many project managers face, but it doesn't have to be yours. That's why communication is not just a side activity in project management, it's the core of successful delivery. Welcome to our video titled How to Plan for and Manage Effective Project Communications, presented by Group 2. Hi everyone, I'm Chetna and welcome to our team video. Together we have worked hard to bring this project to life. Meet Anthony, Anvi, Julian, Simran, and Urvi, who kept everything running smoothly. And of course me, Chetna, your narrator for today. We are excited to share what we have created and let's dive in. Whether you are a student managing a group project, a new hire adjusting to workflows, a seasoned project manager, or a busy professional juggling multiple tasks, effective communication is your secret weapon. No matter your role or experience level, mastering communication is essential for keeping projects on time, on budget, and stress-free. This video is your staircase and we are taking that journey together. Let's talk what you will learn. In this video, we will cover key strategies, real-world examples, and practical tools that will help you avoid miscommunication and keep your projects running smoothly. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is communication in a project environment? At its core, communication is the exchange of information between a sender and a receiver. But in real-world projects, it's not always that simple. This classic communication models breaks it down. It begins with the sender who encodes the message, turning thoughts into words, visuals, or instructions. The message travels through a medium like an email, meeting, or dashboard. But here's the catch. Noise can interfere at any point. Misunderstandings, technical glitches, language barriers, this can distort the message before it reaches the other side. The receiver then decodes the message, interprets it, and hopefully understands it as intended. Effective communication doesn't end there. The receiver becomes the new sender, giving feedback which starts the process all over again. Communication is the lifeline of any project, but just how important it is, let's take a look at the numbers. Research shows that 56% of project failures are directly linked to poor communication. That's more than half of all projects falling apart, not due to lack of skill or effort, but because key messages were missed or misunderstood. It's no surprise then that project managers spend up to 90% of their time communicating. That's not just chatting, it's aligning teams, updating stakeholders, resolving conflicts, and ensuring clarity at every stage. So why invest in better communication? Because it aligns everyone with the same goals, ensuring your team is working towards one shared vision, reduces confusion and misunderstandings, saving time and avoiding costly errors, builds trust, making your team feel heard, valued, and engaged. And most importantly, it keeps your team motivated because people perform best when they know exactly what's expected, what's changing, and why it matters. Let's bring this to life with a quick example. In a group project we worked on recently, everything started off well until we suddenly realized a major deadline had passed us by. What went wrong? It turned out that several team members weren't updated about shifting requirements, important changes that's been buried in chat threads or missed in meetings. So we stepped back and created a simple communication structure, clear updates, defined roles, and consistent status check-ins. The result? The confusion disappeared, collaboration improved, and progress picked up immediately. So how does communication fit into the world of project management frameworks? Let's look at what the PMBOK guide, the gold standard of project management, says about it. According to PMBOK, communication management is part of every phase of a project, from initiation to closing. In the initiation phase, it starts with identifying stakeholders, understanding who needs to be informed and involved. Then during the planning phase, we develop the communication plan itself. What will be communicated, to whom, when, and how. In the executing phase, the focus shifts to distributing information and managing stakeholders' expectations. This is where most communication plans happens day to day. Next, in the controlling phase, we monitor communications and report performance to ensure everything is on track. And finally, during closing, we wrap up communications, document outcomes, and ensure everyone is aligned on what was achieved. According to PMBOK, project communication management is structured into three main processes: planning, managing, and monitoring communications. It starts with planning communications. This is where we all define how information will be shared throughout the project. The inputs include your project charter, management plans, organizational factors, and tools like communication models and stakeholder analysis. The outcome is your communication management plan, a document that lays the foundation for effective and consistent communication. Next is managing communications, the executive phase where we put the plan into action by creating, distributing, and storing information across channels. This involves tools like communication technology, interpersonal skills, project reporting, and meetings. The goal here is to ensure right information reaches the right people at the right time. The result is real-time, accurate project communications and updated documentations that keeps stakeholders into the loop. Lastly, we have the monitoring communications, the controlling phase, where we track and evaluate whether communications are working as planned. This stage uses tools like data presentations, feedback loops, expert judgment to improve future communications and issue change requests if needed. The output here is vital. It tells us what's working, what's not, and what's needed to be changed or improved moving forward. Now that we have explored the theory, let's move into the practical steps for effective project communication. These steps ensure your message is delivered, received, and understood without noise or confusion. Step 1 is simple but crucial. Create a strong communication management plan. This plan acts as your blueprint for what needs to be shared, how often, and with whom, eliminating last-minute surprises or assumptions. A good communication plan answers the 5 W's and 1 H. What needs to be communicated, why it is important, who is the target audience, where will the communication take place, when should it be delivered, and finally, how will it be shared. Let's focus on how, because the method you choose matters. To make a communication truly effective, apply the 7 C's. Be clear about your message, keep it concise, don't overload with details. Ensure it's concrete and specific. Check it's correct in facts and grammar. Keep it coherent and structured. Make it complete, including all necessary information. And above all, be courteous in your tone. Follow the 7 C's and your communication won't be delivered, it will be remembered. Let's bring it all together. According to PMBOK, communication management revolves around 3 core processes. First, we plan communication, laying out the strategy. Then we manage those communications, executing the plan. And finally, we monitor them, ensuring they are effective and making improvements if needed. A communication management plan is a formal document that outlines how information will be delivered, shared, and received by stakeholders throughout the project lifecycle. It's not just about sending emails, it's about setting expectations, preventing gaps, and making sure the right messages reaches the right person at the right time. Without a communication plan, project team risk confusion, delays, and even failure. But with a solid plan in place, everyone knows what to expect, who's responsible, and how to stay informed, minimizing risk and maximizing performance. Step 1. Choose a communication method. Email, meetings, dashboards, instant messages, each has its place depending on urgency and audience. Step 2. What do you want your communication to achieve? Inform, align, update, or engage. Set clear goals upfront. Step 3. Define who communicates what. Assign owners for each message types so nothing falls through the cracks. Identify which channels work best for your team. Think Slack for internal updates, Zoom for discussions, and email for formal records. Step 5. Set up the tools, whether it's Teams, Asana, Jira, or Outlook. Organize access, permissions, and integrations early on. Step 6. Decide how often each communication would happen. Daily stand-ups, weekly reports, monthly reviews. Consistency builds the clarity. And finally, step 7. Add supporting details like document formats, response timelines, feedback methods, and escalation paths. Here's what a complete communication plan might look like in action. Let's say HR team needs weekly updates on hiring process. Your communication plan specifies that the update should be delivered every Friday via email owned by the project coordinator. The simple row in your plan eliminates guesswork, ensures accountability, and keeps stakeholders in the loop. Now let's talk about the next step. Use the right tools. Even the best communication plan won't work without the right tools to support it. Choosing the right platform for the right message boosts efficiency and reduces friction in your team. Use tools like Trello or Asana to visualize tasks, assign responsibilities, and stay organized in the agile teams. Slack or Microsoft Teams are ideal for quick updates, conversations, and channel-based collaborations. Use Zoom or Google Meet for structured meetings, brainstorming sessions, and stakeholder presentations. Platforms like Google Drive and SharePoint keep your documents centralized, accessible, and version controlled, crucial for transparency. Next step, deliver the message efficiently. Think of communication like a delivery service. The faster, clearer, and more accurate it is, the better your project runs. Use written documents for detailed communication, project briefs, reports, meetings, summaries. Create a reliable record. Face-to-face meetings, virtual or in person, are ideal for discussing complex topics, resolving conflicts, or making key decisions. Dashboards offer real-time visibility into project health, ideal for ongoing status communication across the team. For example, if you are sharing the daily progress, a dashboard or summary email is perfect. But if you are announcing a major project shift, go with a live conversation for clarity and impact. Communication doesn't stop at delivery. You need to evaluate how it's landing, what's working, and where to improve. Evaluating communication can feel intimidating, but trust us, you have got this. Use simple feedback surveys to understand how stakeholders feel about the clarity and value of communication. Track engagement with tools, check who's opening updates, attending meetings, or responding to action items. Often the best indicator is behavior. Are the tasks getting done? Are questions decreasing? That's a sign your message hit the mark. For example, one team found engagement drop mid-project. After surveying their team, they adjusted the frequency and format of the updates, and they saw instant improvements. Now let's recap what we have covered until now. Effective project communication requires thoughtful planning, right tools, and continuous monitoring. A communication management plan helps set expectations, reduce confusions, and keep everyone aligned. Tools like Slack, Teams, Trello, and Zoom aren't just trendy, they are essential for modern collaboration. And above all, communication is a two-way street. Listen, adapt, and keep improving. Remember, communication isn't just a soft skill, it's a leadership skill. The best project managers don't just plan and organize, they connect, inspire, and lead through the communication. Here are the references we used to support our content in this video. This video was created by Group 2 as part of our project management course at George Brown College. Thank you for watching, and we hope these strategies help you communicate with confidence and lead your